Hello everyone, hello. I'm Nick from Not a Care in the World Resilience Training, and I am just going to tell you a little story about myself and how I've come to be doing the brilliant, creative and exciting and challenging sometimes work that I've been doing in my career over the last sort of 15 plus years. I started out running workshops for adults with learning disabilities back in Cardiff in 2004, and I also started to work with carers, and it was really exciting to run creative workshops, improvisation classes, comedy classes, stand-up comedy classes, that sort of thing, with carers, and seeing how people really grew and developed, and had a day out, a day off their caring role, and thought about themselves for a change, which was very, very empowering for everybody to watch. I didn't know then, back in 2004-05, that I too then would become a carer for my sister, who sadly in 2007 had a routine spine operation that went drastically wrong and left her with the most horrific symptoms, and a massive denial from the NHS that it even occurred and that it wasn't a huge issue. And we started a massive battle for justice, for truth, for just a diagnosis. I mean, we ended up travelling all around the world. We've gone to America 3 times, we've gone Germany I think 4 times, Spain twice, Turkey even. We've seen probably over 50 consultants in the UK and abroad, and eventually has now got a diagnosis which is pretty horrific, involving CSF pressures that really horrifically dysregulated, craniocervical instability, tether cord syndrome, arachnoiditis. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And we're currently campaigning for the NHS to release the funding for the treatment in America, and we've got GoFundMe if anyone would like to donate to the extra costs that we're going to be incurring for flights and hotels and insurance, that sort of thing. But whilst I was doing all of that, I moved back to London just before actually she had this horrific surgery, and set up a charity called Access All Areas, which I'm so proud of. It started off very small with no office. We've now gone to 10 members of staff. We're running workshops for learning disabled and autistic people all over Hackney in North London. We run something like 10 weekly programs. We run a performance company of professional artists that make professional shows. We've taken to the Edinburgh Festival. We've created large-scale immersive theatre shows that have been featured on Sky News, Channel 4 News, BBC News, ITV News, you name it, we've been there. We've had reviews in The Guardian, in the New York Times, and we've travelled and toured internationally. We've got a casting agency, so you might have seen one of our actors, Jules Robertson, on Holby City playing Jason Haynes, and also we've also got a graduate from our diploma programme that we run at a drama school for actors with learning disabilities. Danny, who's in Call the Midwife, you might have seen him in that too. So very exciting work. I've over the many years I have witnessed working with carers who might care for somebody with a learning disability, autism, mental health, chronic pain, dementia, you name it. I've done a broad range of work with a whole range of carers organisations using creativity, communication skills, self-empowerment, self-care techniques, and I've brought in 3 other trainers with me in this new venture that we now have over the last couple of years called Not a Care in the World, and it's really I'm doing it part-time whilst I'm running Access All Areas, which is still a very busy job that I have, but it's something I feel really passionate about, to offer carers and carers organisations some really interesting interactive techniques. There's been a lot of boring training out there. The work that we do is definitely not boring. It's really dynamic. It uses theatre, it uses healing techniques such as sound healing, psychotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming, a whole broad range of different techniques. So I hope you'll find it interesting. Please have a look on our website, notcareintheworld.org.co.uk, sorry, not .org. and look at the broad range of workshops we're offering. And we're also now trialling out these online Zoom classes, so hopefully you can come and take part in one of those if you're a carer yourself. So yeah, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, where I've come from, what I'm still doing. I'm still fighting for people who are disadvantaged, especially fighting against institutions and through systems, through the NHS, through social services and through the education system that often doesn't quite see the nuance, or just can't be bothered to listen, to be honest, to people's individual needs, and it's up to us as carers to really articulate that. And I'm doing some other work through Axel Areas, which is working with the NHS. I made a performance at the House of Parliament, loosely based on the tragic story of Oliver McGowan, who died sadly in Bristol a couple of years ago. Through a whole range of negligent moments that his mother Paula would do much better justice to explain than me. But we based the story loosely based on that, and that is part of this new mandatory training in autism and learning disability that the NHS is now committed to funding. So yeah, multifaceted work that I've been doing over the years. I'm still going. I'm still finding the energy and the passion to keep going. So yeah, please, if you're excited about what we're doing, please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, and hopefully I'll see you at one of the workshops. Okay, thanks for listening. Take care. Bye bye.